This is Soundoff60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Moon may be over. You tell us. How does Ed Orgeron handle that immense pressure in college football to win, and of course, what comes being the LSU head coach?
You understand the expectations of LSU. Have the same expectations of myself and my staff. Yeah. I've been at Miami. I've been at USC when you expected to win. That's the reason I wanted the job.
Soundoff60 is presented by Merchants and Farmers Bank, where your future is our history. Also presented by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, home of Soundoff60. And brought to you by Relief Windows, for replacement windows, doors, and storm force windows. ReliefWindows.com. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
If I'm going to make one promise, I will keep this promise. This is going to be one doozy of a Soundoff60 television show this week. Let me state for the record.
We're going to go extra? We're going into overtime?
We're not going into overtime because I think we're all overtimed out. Let me state for the record, mostly from my colleague on my far left, that would be your right, that would be Kevin Guidry. This is a 60-minute show.
Medicated from blood pressure
heavily
medicine
medicated.
right now.
That's a good way to be. A 60-minute show.
I'm going to try my best to contain myself.
I know you will, and I trust that you will.
I will
Guidry
do my
on the
best.
far end, Hobbs in the middle, Cerro for the next hour with you. Glad to have you aboard. We don't have a whole lot of subjects, but the ones we do are mega doozies, to say the least, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the record-setting overtime game of Tigers and Aggies. We'll get to that. Let's start with the big story locally in our region. All of these stories are big, and believe me, we got the New Orleans Saints on our mind as well. Is McNeese's surprising departure and firing of head coach Lance Guidry. Initial thoughts, gentlemen.
Surprise.
Well, we obviously didn't see it coming.
No, we did
not. It
not.
happened the day after we last taped this show.
Yes, we did.
And nobody mentioned that would.
We did talk about his contract status.
We did. It
We've
was
been
up
talking
there.
about that for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Will he re-up? And I kept, talking about what Lance would tell us after games about his contract. And you're right, because the Monday after the regular season ended, the loss to Lamar, he was comfortable in saying that I plan on meeting with Dr. Brickell and Bruce Hempfield after Thanksgiving.
Yes.
They had other thoughts.
Well, they met the next morning.
The next morning.
Yeah.
And he got the word.
And by noon, he was gone.
He was gone.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with you. I'm surprised by this.
A lot of us were
surprised. I will state early in this broadcast, I am in disagreement with this move. Kevin, your feelings?
More so, I think, for the players, from my standpoint. Because right now, you're making a move, but you don't have anything in place. But you need to worry about recruiting. How are you going to build this program if you don't have somebody in place that's going to go get the kids that you need to make this program get to where you want it to be?
Well, that's true for anybody that
But
fires
true,
a coach.
But to make a move like that and not have anything in place, or to say that you're taking something, you know what? This is my thing, guys. You're not only firing a coach, you're firing a person that was part of this community, that has ties here.
Yeah.
And not that makes a difference whether you keep them or not.
No.
I get that. But the point is that
I'm not disagreeing with your
look
initial
at what you're
thoughts.
doing in the process of what you're doing. That's all.
There's a lot of side angles, and we're going to get into this. We're going to dig deep into LSU A&M, and we're going to dig deep into this because those two storylines, guys, is really the talk of this region right now. I mean,
No
the
doubt
Lance
it
Guidry
is.
firing and this historic game and how it ended with LSU and A&M, and of course the success of the New Orleans Saints. You're right. He was entrenched for 3 years. It was an up and down 3 years.
Yes, it was.
21-12 overall, 6-5, 9-2 in second year, and 6-5 again this year. All right. The ending wasn't good, but there are mitigating circumstances to this. I asked this question before we get into other issues. If he would have beaten Lamar, 7-4, Lamar went to the FCS playoffs,
Yes.
right? Granted, they were hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think if he beats Lamar and the Cow, they're in the playoffs. Yeah. Do you make
Well,
that move
I would
then?
not have thought so going in.
I
But
think
if
they're
Lamar made it, I think you're probably right.
Exactly. No one knew about Lamar, but they went
So
three
that,
deep
to
in the
me,
South.
it would have been a surprise.
It would have been.
that they made it.
Yes. That's all the water under the bridge. They didn't beat Lamar.
Yeah, I don't see how in the world you could fire him
Yeah, you go to the playoffs.
You know, if they had beat Lamar.
Yeah, so that's another angle to this.
I don't think we have scratched the surface of knowing what really went on.
I don't think we have.
We will try to scratch a little bit as the show
I
progresses.
don't think we have
Well,
either.
since we don't know, I don't know how we
That's
will.
what makes it tough.
Now, I will throw out a lot of concerns.
Yeah,
But-
there are concerns. There are concerns. All right. The word out of, and I'll get into this in the next segment, we'll talk about why we don't have and will not have Bruce Hemphill on this show or University President Dr. Darrell Burkell. We'll talk about that in the next segment. They say a national search will commence, and it's going to be quick. I expect a possible hiring before Christmas. Do you? You and I have been through this a long time.
Before Christmas?
Before Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think so.
And that's,
I mean,
that's
I mean,
quick, guys.
that's real quick.
What I'm thinking is before December 1st.
Oh, I don't know.
I
Man,
think that's
you got
too
it.
quick.
That might be,
I think
but
that's
that
too
would be
quick.
the over-under for me.
Oh,
I think that's too quick.
Well,
That's
let's
good.
say December 5th.
Yeah.
okay?
All right. Well, I say before the holiday. All right. LSU, A&M, never before have I seen a game like this and an ending like this with so many
You
subplots.
should have been there
Never
on.
before.
You should have been there on deadline.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah.
Never have I.
You
Never have I
think
played
it
in
was
one before.
fun from your angle? Of course, it blew
It's-
right past our
Yeah.
deadlines.
I didn't see that coming.
This was a fun one, though. If you're a football fan, this was a great
Yeah.
game.
It was bizarre.
But
It
you
was
know,
a great
Rick,
game.
I don't mind seeing a 7th overtime game, but this is my thing on refs.
Should have been
and I know
8.
we're going to get in that. It should have been my thing. Maybe LSU would have won it in 8. But my thing is, you're that late in the game, as a referee, you've got to make adjustments. As a
No,
ref.
you don't have to make a
No. Yes, you do, Scooter, because I'm going to tell you, the kid's performance is going to be different from what it was in the first 2 quarters of the game. As a player, I know that.
That makes no
And
sense.
it
what
makes
you're
sense to this
saying.
point, is that if you're going to call
You're
a pass
getting in more
interference-
detail
I
than
guess I
I
am,
planned
then.
to get into
I guess
this
I
early.
guess I
We
am.
will later on in the show.
If you're going to call a play in the first 2 halves, and if you're going to go 7 overtimes, you can't call that same play.
Okay.
Well, why not just make the right call, which they didn't, regardless of when it is?
Hold that
Is
thought,
that pretty
Mr.
much what I'm
Gentry.
getting to?
Hold that thought. We'll talk about the interception that wasn't, the fumble that wasn't, the second that was there
wasn't,
and not
was
there
taken
and
away.
there again. A lot to talk about.
Man.
We'll have a lot of fun on that. All right, we'll take our first pause from walk-ons. When we come back, we'll get on the Lance Guidry firing and what McNeese Cowboys will be looking to do between now and, say, Christmas. When we come back to walk-ons, stay right there. We're coming back in about 2.
Soundoff60 is brought to you by Walk-Ons, Bistro and Bar, where great food, your sports, and good times roll. Stay here. The boys will be right back.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Well, Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our #1 product. At Relief Windows, you're going to get somebody going to show up on time, do what they say they're going to do. Nobody's going to run with your money. We're going to take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
When you show up to a holiday party with a great-tasting, less-filling light beer, you might need to find a backup fridge. happy holidays from Miller Lite.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons, boys and girls. We're hot and heavy into a lot of the big topics. Lance Guidry, LSU, Texas A&M,
LSU Network.
New Orleans Saints, and he's still researching his pass interference calls. Hey, before I forget, especially for the holidays, what a perfect, believe me, the man in your life will love this. You come to Walk-Ons.
Yes.
Between now and, say, Christmas or the holidays, you buy a $50 worth of gift cards, they're going to give you a $10 coupon for free. They're going to throw it in.
That's pretty good.
Well, here's what you do.
Great stuff.
You know, if you got to get, your kid in college that $50. Well, you get the free 10 one, but you keep that one for
10.
yourself.
For yourself. Come on down, have a few cold ones at the bar.
It's going to be nice, though, yes.
Great special going on all through the holidays here at Walk-Ons in Lake Charles. All right, it's hard to bump this LSU A&M story from our top spot. It really is, but we can thank the McNeese.
I can stay on it for the entire show, Rick,
we
to
can
be
thank
honest
the
with you,
McNeese State officials for bumping the Tigers and Aggies because of the firing of Lance Guidry. 3 years, gentlemen, as head coach, a native of Welsh, Louisiana. A lot like Ed Orgeron in that
played here.
White boots. He's down in the bayous and the swamps. He knows this area, Lance Guidry. He's been out. He comes back as the head coach after being assistant defensive coordinators, 21-12, but didn't get into the playoffs. All right? Takes a lot. Takes a little bit to get into the playoffs. Should have been to the playoffs in year 2. So the Cowboys the McNeese State University officials decide to fire him one day after the season-ending loss to Lamar in the regular season. We talked about our opinions. I don't know if I got that opinion from you. I disagree with the move. You want to go out? You want to straddle the fence? What do you?
I
think we all do, Rick.
Okay.
I think we all do.
Can we talk first? How did McNeese handle this? To me, badly.
They need help in the PR department. But go ahead and state your piece.
Well, from everything I have determined, and let me say this.
Yes.
From everything I've heard, our complaint is not with Matt Monette, the sports information director.
No,
apparently he
not at
was
all.
kind of out of the loop on this thing. But somebody in the school made the conscious decision. We're just gonna
let him go.
Sit down and email.
No.
And we're not commenting.
No.
I'm in the newspaper.
Yes,
Well, you're kind of in the media. It's not about
Pretty
us.
much in the know, yeah.
It's about fans have a right to know. What? I mean, I think it did take everybody off guard.
Yes.
And McNeese's whole response is, you know.
Let me go on.
Pretty good,
Let me go on at least a 30-second soapbox on that. Obviously, for our purposes, I invited Dr. Burkell and Bruce Hempfield to appear on this show, not once but twice. I asked them urgently, especially Dr. Burkell, to take it under serious considerations, and I told him why. For those reasons, that we, as a show entrenched in this area, we are a conduit to the fans.
We are.
And that would have given them a perfect opportunity to say whatever they could say and answer whatever questions they felt necessary or that they could answer. And we understand it's a personnel decision. You can't answer all of these. But the key word that I positioned, and then I'm following your train of thought here, to both, especially with Dr. Burkell and Bruce Hempfield, the AD, is a sense of transparency. You don't just make decisions behind closed doors. You give your fans and the public some sense of transparency of maybe why we decided to do it and why we chose this time.
Well, I mean,
to do it.
it's not just this show. They would not talk to our newspaper either.
Would
not talk to you as a representative of Lanyap.
No, you're right.
No other TV stations.
No. Hold a short press conference. Show respect, just like they did not show to the basketball program and to Dave Simmons, because they handled it the same way. 4 paragraphs. Hey, glad to have you here. Goodbye. No, they should have held a press conference to show respect to the departing
they
coach.
held a big one when they hired a coach, though.
Exactly, and I don't understand that. And I told them I thought they were wrong.
I have
whatever.
never heard of that. I have never heard of
You and I have been doing this a long time, and I told them that.
Rick, you brought up a key word, Rick,
for the
and
position
even
and
in my business
transparency.
as an elected official, the one thing you have to have is transparency in your business and what you do.
Get out in front of it, right,
because
Kevin?
people want to
Get
know.
out in front of it.
People want to know. I mean, we are stewards of the people's money here of Calcasieu
Right.
Parish. They want to know what we're doing with it.
Right.
Just like the athletic director and the president, you got to tell me exactly what your reasons are to some degree. If you want me to purchase season tickets, is that going to help me purchase season tickets because of what just took place?
I understand.
No.
There's
It's
a
not
lot,
about the tickets, but
there's a lot of so-called coach speak that would go into a press conference
course,
like
we all
that.
know that, yeah.
But at least do the dog and pony show.
Exactly. I agree.
Give some sense of what, because I think it caught most of the city off guard with the firing.
No, it did.
Give us some sense of what went into that decision and give us some sense of where you see the future.
Yeah.
What are you looking for
What's your
in
timetable?
this program that you didn't see?
Exactly right. One thing that, and I did press Dr. Burkell in a pretty lengthy conversation. The one thing that he would tell me on the record was that the program, this is president speak now, all right, the program needed to go in a new direction.
Okay.
Okay. That's something. That's something. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, I
Okay.
followed it up with about 10 other questions that he couldn't answer.
Okay.
But I understand that. But come on a show like this, hold a press conference, talk to KPLC, talk to whoever, and maybe explain yourself a little bit. That's all.
That was absurd.
I agree, and I don't agree with it, and I let that be known. All right, Kevin, so they make the move. How much of a subplot, how many tentacles of this story do you think there is? Or is it simply 21-12 and you didn't make the playoffs again?
No.
No, I think it's more than that. But
It's much more.
I can't speak for Coach Lance Guidry. I can't. But just watching the program from a distance, because I'm more in tune to what's going on with LSU. I'm not as entrenched with McNeese as maybe you are, Rick. But from what I can see from the outside looking in, Coach Lance Guidry is what's the word I'm looking for? It's the word bracing, kind of upfront, tells you how I feel.
Yes.
He's blunt.
Okay, Scooter.
Yeah.
And maybe there are some people in the program that maybe just don't feel comfortable with him being that way.
I don't.
That's just kind of my take.
Well, I would tell
on
you
it.
this veil of, I wouldn't even call it secrecy. I just call it disinterest in talking. Leads to a lot of speculation too.
Yes.
So
Exactly right.
in my limited digging around, you hear things. This isn't the end of it.
No.
I mean, I've even heard house cleaning, stuff like that.
Yes.
you
Yes.
know.
Look,
And-
I have been in contact with Lance Guidry. He would not say anything on the record.
Yeah.
But he did say that when the time is right, he didn't think it was appropriate to speak now. And when the time is right, he will speak. And I think he will speak his mind. I don't know what he would say. Maybe he'll just say, I wish him well, and guess what, guys? I'm off to XYZ University.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably so.
But there are, again, later on in the show, we're going to get into what I believe some of the reasons are, some of these subplots, and also where I think they're going to go. And we'll get some feedback from you two guys.
Yeah.
We're going to pause here at Walk-Ons. We'll step aside. But up next, it's 7 overtimes. I can't remember overtime number 5. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Look,
I'm trusting you.
That's just
Crazy game.
They run together in my
They
head,
do
too.
run together. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. Is LSU and Texas A&M when we come back to Walk On. Stay right here.
Soundoff60 brought to you by Merchants and Farmers Bank.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
This is Brandon Holly, 6'2", former college football player. He and his steel crowbar can't get through this storm force impact window from Relief Windows. Call 337-456-1699.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Still swinging? Get your storm force impact windows from Relief Windows today. Call 337-456-1699. 456-1699.
Tired of ineffective radio and newspaper ads? Give billboard advertising a try. With over 250 billboards in the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
All right, welcome back to the show. Every now and then, I'll pull out a prop. This is unrehearsed, by the way. Here's our prop. Hobbs, you remember this? Hobbs jinxed the game. Here's his headline from a column from last week or something. This time, no drama, just a game.
Yeah. Just a game.
No drama.
The drama.
How ironic is that?
The game was the drama.
How ironic. We got all the drama that we could. Look, it was a marathon. Longest game in college football history?
Well, it tied for it.
Tied for it. Because of the
there
7
were 4 other 7.
Yeah.
But it was the highest scoring game.
Highest scoring game.
74-72 was the final.
Can you believe that,
You know,
man?
it was so bizarre, and we'll get into the bad calls and everything. But I don't know, maybe when you were watching it on TV, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm watching, after about the second overtime, I had no idea what the score was, because it didn't matter. Because it was just this series.
Right. Yeah.
This team gets a touchdown. Did they get the 2-pointer?
Yeah.
I looked up and said, whoa, they're in the 60s?
Yeah.
It blew away
amazing. Quick. Kevin, the game theoretically ended at least 3 times.
At least 3.
What was your biggest, when do you think the game from the LSU perspective
it theoretically ended 3 times, and it shouldn't have ended when it did.
Yeah. I'm interested in that, but okay.
But you're right. Honestly, I can give them the one when the quarterback puts the knee down and picks it up. Okay, I'll give him that. Play dead. I'll give him that. But when you throw that 22-yard pass to the tight end and he makes a football move, dude, that's a fumble. You got to call that, ref. You have to call that. That's a fumble.
Well, here's my complaint with that. And
Scooter, that's
I thought
a football
it was
move.
a bang play.
It's a football move,
The
Scooter.
knee on the ground, that was just LSU's bad luck.
It was.
Yeah, it was. I'll give him that.
The fumble, incompletion, it was a bang play. Why didn't they review it, though? I doubt.
Scooter.
It was one of those, if they had called it a fumble, I'm sure they would have reviewed it, because, that ends the game.
Don't know, Scooter, why
But
they
that
didn't
was a
review it.
bad look. With Orgeron over there arguing, and they won't even review it?
No.
When nobody would have thought to review that knee down just a few minutes earlier. When the referees came on the mic.
Scooter, you're making my blood pressure go up.
Came on the mic to say the previous play is under review. Everybody in the stadium was like, for what?
For what?
I
thought initially that Mon, the quarterback, did not have possession. But I guess his hand on the ball meant possession.
With the
he
knee,
had a hand on it.
You had contact with it.
Did not in your coverage, Orgeron said, are you reviewing the fumble? Did they not tell him, yes, we're reviewing? But they kind of didn't review.
Yeah, but they didn't.
They didn't.
I mean,
bad call on their part.
All right.
Bad call.
And I don't know if that was a fumble or not. That's why I'm saying if they
I thought
ruled it a fumble.
It was a fumble, Scooter. I mean, we can look at things and
But
know.
it was a bang play.
But the rules, if you make a football move, Scooter, that's catching the pass, Scooter, and you do that. Scooter, it's a fumble. It's a fumble.
One angle, the back angle looked like the ball was moving. I didn't think it was. I thought it was a fumble. Let's stay in.
I'm not saying that because I'm a former LSU Tiger.
I agree, man.
That was a fumble.
Let's stay in regulation.
That was a fumble.
The whole other segment is on the overtime. The 1 second, I'm confused. Can you
confused,
spike
too.
the ball in college
Is there
football
a rule,
with 3
Scooter?
seconds?
Tell me,
Apparently
is there a
you
rule?
can, and apparently Orgeron
Can
thought
or cannot?
You can.
Can, okay.
I mean, I called the SEC office Monday morning, a good friend of mine up there, because frankly, right after the game, a couple of players mentioned it too. I mean, that's the way they had been taught.
The winning edge, right?
Yeah. And Orgeron, that was all he talked about post. I'd never heard of this 3-second rule.
I hadn't either.
So I called the SEC office Sunday morning. Guy sent me, it's right there.
Wow.
That it is 3 seconds, but it's you need at least 3 seconds. Not if 3 seconds or less, you can't get it off.
Right.
There had been 2 seconds. Which brings back the knee on the ground. They had to go back and adjust the clock to when his knee touched. And but then they did have a 10-second runoff.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But
all right.
We're talking about 1 second.
I know.
I mean,
that's close. That's close.
I gotta go, even though Orgeron was just adamant.
He was
adamant. The second shouldn't have been there. I got to go back to the clock and the refs, and they're managing the game on the field that the second was there.
Anytime, don't look for conspiracies on this.
I'm not.
I mean, LSU might have got screwed on it, but I think it would have been in good faith. But anytime you've got the hectic chaos of a 2-minute drill, when does he decide to move his arm?
And
it's just.
And can we go back to actually?
Bottom line, LSU could not catch a break. They did everything right.
No, they couldn't.
Could not catch a break.
Looking at it, the formation, could that have been something that should have stopped the clock? The formation.
I thought the formation looked very suspect.
I thought it looked very suspect. If you look at it down the line,
Exactly.
Scooter, you can't have that many people on the line, Scooter.
Exactly.
No, it was
I heard.
You can't have that many people on the line.
I heard a lot about that. Now, was that with the 1 second when it spiked?
Yes.
Okay, all it would have done would have backed it up and stopped the clock.
Right. But still, we'll take what we can get, Scooter.
Then it comes down to really cover the man.
Yeah.
1 second, cover the man.
I mean, but give A&M credit for a good play there.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. What was the effect of, and I know it was more of an effect in overtime, the loss of defensive stars?
Oh, God.
I mean, starter after starter, defensive line.
Can I say this,
linebacker,
guys?
and then
Scooter,
the targeting. And then
can you call the SEC and tell them we have got to review this targeting rule? We have to.
That's not the SEC, that's the NCAA.
That's the
NCAA. Scooter, it's out of control. There were two calls that Texas A&M should have gotten, but didn't get for targeting.
They should have
gotten it.
That's a segment for another show, Kevin.
Yes, it is.
And we could easily do
But the
it.
effect of the lack of defensive
Well,
stars.
I mean,
I'm talking about
and the
coverage
penalty.
now.
But the penalty. You missed 2 quarters of a following game. That's ridiculous.
I know that, but you're on to another story. But they had coverage lapses in overtime. We know that. But it had no effect.
So
Your
much
stars.
cover.
Orgeron was just beside himself.
Well,
we'll get into that.
Scooter, we went in with 3 players not playing that were starters. We ended up with 7 total.
Well, that's football. That's
7
football.
total not playing. It's got to have an effect on your defense.
But a game that great, let's cut to the chase here. You said, given the situation, I agree with you, but that's irrelevant. That was one of the worst pass interference calls I have ever seen.
Thank you, Scooter.
And the ref has to know.
Thank you.
All right. If I let this go as I should,
wasn't even catchable.
We're going to do an eighth. We're going to do an 8th overtime.
I don't think he was thinking that.
He thought he was in the NFL. I'm going to decide the game right here.
And then he flips the hat on Green.
And that was a bad look. And you know my feeling on sportsmanlike conduct penalties. But I mean, if ever a kid's frustration.
What do you think he told him?
I hope he got his money's worth. Because, I mean, that ref looked to be having a little too much fun.
It was like,
flipping the hat.
He wasn't done. It was like he wasn't done.
If you wonder what I'm talking about, his flag was already out. When that's
from
the
pass
case,
interference.
refs then throw the hat. But
Time and a place. It wasn't the place or the time.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was an awful call.
It was bad, Rick.
If it was in the first quarter or it decided
it was bad,
the
Rick.
game.
Both calls were awful. It
was
didn't really
bad,
help
Rick.
A&M. It put them 6 inches closer to the goal line.
No,
All right.
what do you mean it didn't help A&M? That's an incomplete pass.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
You
My
go
bad.
to the 8th overtime.
Yeah.
That's right. My bad.
You're right.
My bad.
You're
See,
right.
I forgot.
You're right. You're
It's 7 overtimes. I got to get my head
It was
straight.
bad, Rick.
Bad call
It was
indeed.
bad,
All right,
Rick.
we're up against the clock. When we come back, we'll try to start from overtime number 1 and get all the way
I
to
don't know if
overtime
we're
number
going to
7.
finish this or not.
Stay around. We're coming right back.
Soundoff60 brought to you by Relief Windows for replacement windows, doors, and StormForce windows. ReliefWindows.com.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season. Only at Walk-Ons.
When you show up to a holiday party with a great tasting, less filling light beer, you might need to find a backup fridge. Happy holidays from Miller Lite.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome to Walk-Ons. We're here for getting ready for the holidays. Don't forget, you come to Walk-Ons, you buy a $50 gift card.
Yes.
$50 gift coupon, you get $10 coupon for free for you to stick in your back pocket,
Yes.
take home for a
Good
cold
deal.
one later on, all right?
Good
all right,
deal.
we're back on the show. We're going to continue with the LSU A&M storyline. We've got a lot to cover, and we're going to do it quickly. Hobbs, you want to get in another shot on who?
No, not another shot. I just want to, you know, the story kind of after the game was, my gosh, LSU got bad call here, bad call there. Sunday, and kind of formulating my thoughts on this thing, I really came to the conclusion, I don't know how bad a call, except for that pass interference call. It's just can't catch a break. I mean, I pointed out in my column this morning, if you notice, the 4 key plays of the game, A&M did everything wrong, LSU did everything right, and all 4 of them kept A&M in the game.
Yep.
Now, what are the odds of that happening?
Yeah.
So I'm
so right about that.
If I had 1 millisecond guess, and I was thinking this at the time, not second guessing. Overtime number 2. They trade field goals in the first one.
Yeah.
Overtime number 2 is the last time you can kick an extra point.
Yes, it is.
Start with the 3rd overtime, you got to go for 2. All right, A&M went first, kicked the extra point. LSU scored, kicked the extra point. If I'm LSU there, I might just go for 2 right there. And I know there have been some high-profile instances where it didn't work out this year. But just on paper, let alone if we'd known it was going 7 overtime.
Right.
On paper, A&M's a better red zone offense.
Yeah,
and that's
all the
what
weapons,
overtime is.
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, I had kind of come to the conclusion of, you know, buzzard's luck, Murphy's Law for LSU, because they didn't do anything wrong.
No.
All right, I happened, right before we got here, I drove all the way from Austin, 5.5 hour drive, listened to my satellite radio, not local, but 4 different national radio sports calling shows. The overwhelming theme, LSU got hosed in that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is the...
Yeah.
Maybe LSU fans aren't paranoid.
Where did LSU get hosed the most, in your opinion, Kevin? Was it the fumble? Was it the 1 second? Or was it some point in overtime? Was it the Greedy Williams call? Which you corrected me that it was a big call. I mean, or are they all just jumbled in your head?
That was the worst call.
Well,
That was the worst call.
I still think that was a fumble. Game over.
I think the fumble, Rick, is what turns it, Rick.
Yeah, but that was a close call.
Close or not,
It was
review the
close.
damn thing, and I think they
you have to.
I mean, that's
you have
a
to
bad
review
look.
It is a
You
bad
have
look.
to review it. You
When
have
you
to.
thought to
Incompetency.
review, because nobody thought anything about that knee being down.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
and
Incompetency.
The only thing that makes me kind of feel not as bad is to know that LSU had a breakdown when they couldn't pick up the mismatch that A&M put on them with the 6'6" guy.
Let's get to that.
And a 5'10" guy, 5'11"
I think officially
guy.
he's 6'5", but let's get to that.
You cannot.
All credit.
You
All
cannot.
credit and kudos to Joe Burrow and the way he fought.
No doubt.
And the way he had to run that football. Number 2, all credit to Cole Tracy making the 50-yard field
That's big
goal.
time. That's
Holy
big
smokes,
time.
to keep him in the game.
That's big time.
Yeah, but that was a line drive
Yeah, but
kick.
that's
I'm thinking,
Scooter.
that's no
Scooter,
good.
That's
That's
big
clutch.
time.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Kevin?
he is big time.
Yeah.
Kendrick Rogers. Why don't they put the best guy, the biggest
Rick,
guy?
don't even
Why
make
don't
me
you
mad.
lean a
Don't
safety
even
his
make me-
way?
I'm pulling.
You don't have any hair to
I'm pulling
pull.
scalp. I'm pulling scalp, saying no. They're
that-
not motioning him for that one reason. That's why they motion him for that one reason, to put him in that position.
You know
You just got to throw it up, Rick.
You know the
It's-
secondary coach. What was he thinking?
I don't know if.
Why not have Greedy Williams follow this guy? If he's your best cover, put him on there. Put him on there.
I don't know.
They got
if
a lot of
Coach
weapons.
even,
I understand that.
I know, but you got to know
Davis,
this guy
the
from the
tight
depth
end,
from the
yeah.
depth chart.
The
You got to
running
know this
back.
guy is 6'5", 6'6". You got to know this guy is big. In the red zone, that's what he does.
Hobbs, he made 2 NFL All-Pro catches.
Okay, I mean-
Rogers, he did.
You can't defend that
And
either, Rick.
bumbling one on the back.
I mean, but you can't defend it.
You know, A&M has scholarships too.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Give the guy credit. It was great performance.
But Scooter, in all fairness, can I put my best man up against your best man
Yeah.
too? Okay.
Well, I mean,
just
that's
give me a
the
chance.
chess match, and we
Yes,
don't know
just-
what goes
Just
into
give me a
that,
chance.
but-
That's all. Just give me a chance. Jesus.
You know who played a whale of a game?
Oh, I would say Devin.
Devin White.
Are you
Good
surprised?
grief.
Yeah.
I mean, are you surprised? I mean,
half the time he's over on the sideline covering a wide out, it
Ed
looks like.
Orgeron did a great job coaching. I mean, he was in this game. He did a great job
he
coaching.
was
he
in the
had,
game.
he had a lot of people keeping him on his toes too.
It was,
to what was going
correct
on.
me if I'm wrong, newspaper boy, possibly the 5th. It was the touchdown to maybe Austin. Was that, no, Davis over the middle. He went berserk. Now, you probably didn't see it,
Yeah.
but in TV coverage,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
didn't.
he was
Bad.
jumping shirt
It was
off.
a
the
breakdown.
whole thing.
It was a breakdown in the coverage.
It
Breakdown.
had to be, Kevin. It was,
Breakdown in the coverage.
The quick slant over the middle, what do you not do as a defensive
You never
back?
let the man inside. Anybody knows that. You do not. The one position that's the easiest throw is the quarterback to the slant. That is the easiest throw in football.
Then
That
you
is
did-
the easiest
put a
throw in
safety
football.
in the middle and hit him,
yes.
right?
Or you don't let him get off the line to where
Well,
he
I
gets
mean,
inside.
Both teams made plays. I mean, let's not.
But
A&M blew some coverage.
But
course.
Scooter, when you go back and look at it in the film room, that's a breakdown. You don't win on breakdowns. You don't.
Okay.
You take those away.
What
I bet
happened?
Alabama didn't have breakdowns.
We get down
Oh,
to
they've had a few.
We get down to the two-point
Okay.
conversion. We're getting
Okay.
down to the nitty-gritty,
Okay.
guys. The two-point conversion. Play, stretch,
Yes.
blah, blah, blah. And then, again, Kendrick Rogers
Don't bring it up, Rick,
goes
man. You're
away.
gonna give me a-
And then
just
two
don't bring it
defensive
up.
backs look like they get confused and
They
kind of
did.
bump into
They
each other.
did. They
Again, stretch play. How long can you cover a guy?
That's my point, Rick. You can't. You
5
got
Are you
seconds.
talking about
and-
the game winner?
and the game
yeah.
winner.
And the thing
That
about it,
shouldn't have ever been wrong.
Now, why is that? Why do you say that?
Well,
You
first-
said that it shouldn't have happened. Tell me. Educate me.
Because the pass before that was incomplete.
Okay, back
Yeah.
to that. All right.
Yeah.
again, a lot
that's
of
what-
overtime.
That's
a lot
what
of
Scooter's
overtime.
saying.
All right, so
That's what Scooter's saying, yeah.
So the call there, they would have
The
been
call on
enforced.
Williams.
Then it
yeah.
would have been 8th overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
But,
right. That's what
again,
gave them the play, Rick.
The coverage.
The coverage.
The coverage.
It's you can only play for so long, guys. I'm just gonna
Hey, I
say
mean-
that the pass rush, there was none. There was none.
Yeah.
Okay. You in your seventh overtime, Scooter, there is no pass rush. You're standing up holding the guy, he's holding you. Okay, that's it.
Let's get
I
to
was
the
amazed
That's it.
that, and you got to remember the A&M press box is 9 miles high.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, when do these teams wear out? But it wasn't noticeable. Maybe on TV it was.
Well,
but
you're talking about skill position, but the lines, they was holding each other.
Oh, it was very noticeable.
That was nothing,
Very
Scooter.
noticeable.
That was
indeed.
nothing, man.
Very
that was
noticeable
nothing.
indeed. All right. We hope that later on we might touch back on
guess
this.
what play they just ran?
Oh, they just ran
knee
it. Oh, this
down.
game is being replayed all weekend.
Yeah.
To the
I
chagrin
bet
of
it will
LSU
be.
fans. All right, when we come back, we'll get back on the Lance Guidry story with the McNeese Cowboys and the firing of the 3-year head coach for the Cowboys, Lance Guidry. Stay right here. We're coming back to Walk-Ons.
But Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our number one product. At Relief Windows, you're gonna get somebody gonna show up on time, do what they say they're gonna do. Nobody's gonna run with your money. We're gonna take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is customer satisfaction.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
When you show up to a holiday party with a great tasting, less filling light beer, you might need to find a backup fridge. Happy holidays from Miller Lite.
In the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable, personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons. Well, we've covered the LSU and the Aggies. Like I said earlier, the game, I don't know, it may come up all week and get replayed on the SEC network. It's that good of a game.
I mean, you had NFL networks commenting on that game. That's how big it was.
I actually watched a lot of the plays
That's how big it
over
was.
and over just to see what was going on, because it was such bang bang and so many plays.
I'll give you another where that 1 second.
Okay, tell me,
wrong.
newspaper boy.
To start that drive, LSU punted, right?
Okay.
From fairly close to midfield, around their own 40 maybe.
Okay.
They let the clock run down to 1 second
Oh,
and call
stop it, Scooter.
timeout. A lot of times you just,
Stop it.
Here
a lot
we
of
go.
times
Stop
you
it,
just
Scooter.
take the
Stop it.
5-yard penalty and punt.
Stop it, Scooter.
Yep.
Stop it.
All right. Let's get back on the Lance Guidry firing for the McNeese Cowboys. As we stated at the top of the show, this came as a surprise. From my vantage point, I don't agree with the decision. They made the decision. The only thing I could get on the record from Dr. Burkell, president of the university, is they felt they needed to go in a different direction. And they're going in a different direction.
But Rick,
Okay, go ahead.
You have people that are alums that follow the program closely and stuff. And if you want to be involved in the program and feel good about being an alum and supporting the Cowboys, how does this set with you, not knowing and just nobody can give me a reason why, or as to, you know, for the ones that maybe wanted it to happen, I guess it doesn't matter.
Right.
But for those that are saying, you know, we're trying to get into this program and we're trying to see what it's about, this happening right here, does that set well with me?
You get back to the whys and the wins.
Yeah.
Now, the win, let's touch on this.
And the thing
Could
about
they,
it, Rick,
look,
real
could
quick,
they have waited?
You're trying to put people in those stands,
I know,
Rick.
but could they have waited until Lance had an opportunity and when his players come back from Thanksgiving break? That's one consideration. Again, show some respect for the man and for the program. That's one thing. Could they have waited a week, 4 or 5 days until the players got back? That's a question that I think they could have. All right, but they chose not to. Let's get into some of the subplots here. All right, the subplot number one is this is out in the community, all right? The effect of the Florida State situation of last December and January, December of 17, when Lance Guidry flirted with a job offer from Florida State and Willie Taggart. The university, apparently it was a rub with Hemphill and the university of how he handled it.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing. That's the vibe I get. And that's a carryover that he didn't let them know, and he wasn't totally upfront with them.
Well, I don't know what their complaint would be.
Because they were not told.
If the complaint was with...
Because they were not told. They didn't know. They found out through us in the media. And, you know, it drug on for 3 or 4
Florida,
weeks.
Yeah, that's Florida State, though.
They should have contacted the university.
If you're in the FCS program,
they should have
that's
contacted
gonna
McNeese.
happen. You
Okay,
gotta
it's going to
understand
happen.
that.
All right, let me take the devil's advocate here. You know, if I don't know if Lance, I'd have to ask him again. That's a year ago. I don't remember. But if he didn't, could he have gone to Hemphill and Burkell and said, look, I'm talking to Florida State. It's moving in that direction. But you may not know. It's a job. It's a fluid situation. You may not have the offer in hand. You may or may not. That's one rub. Number two is the perceived rift or uncozy relationship between Guidry and Hemphill. Now, believe me,
that's what you're hearing all over town.
I know that for a fact.
Yes.
I know that for a fact.
Okay.
Now, should that have precipitated a firing? Sometimes guys have to not really.
Well, it is
jive and
very
work together.
strange to me because, I mean, Lance Guidry Monday talked about meeting next week.
Yeah.
He did.
All of a sudden, they meet the next morning, and he's fired by noon.
Right.
Something happened in that meeting.
Yeah.
That at least Guidry wasn't expecting.
Yeah. Well, no, I think after the season ended,
I mean, were they throwing
made a
furniture
decision.
in there or what?
No, they made a decision. Probably, again, they're not telling anything, but I think they made a decision 2 or 3 weeks prior to the end of the year.
I don't think so. That
I don't
sounds
know.
to me like that decision was
I don't know, Rick.
Tuesday morning.
If you beat Lamar like you say, does this happen?
Maybe, maybe not.
Now, I will say this, and this is a little bit off topic from that. And I'm like Kevin, I don't follow McNeese near as closely as you. But those last 3 weeks of the season,
oh my gosh,
I have covered enough football. They had some locker room problems, chemistry, dissension, whatever you want to call it. I mean, a team doesn't do an about face like that without something else. What do you think? You're the one that's been there.
It's hard, but you know what? You have people in that locker room that can control that. Seniors.
Yeah.
And that's what I think takes over when it gets to that, Scooter. But like I said earlier, you know, man, to know Lance is to love him. And I mean, I know what kind of passionate coach he was.
That's our perception. A lot of times it's different with a player.
Well,
and I'm not saying they didn't.
Here's my bad on that. My bad was I was in New Orleans the weekend of the Lamar game. I did not hear Chris Livens after the game, after the loss to Lamar, saying, okay, we have a fractured locker room that was reported.
Right.
I personally, I don't agree with the fractured locker room talk. I wasn't there to follow up. I don't agree with unhappy players that may have been reported in the American press. You lose 4 or 5. You're an unhappy player.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're
so
right.
I don't buy into all
I don't either, Rick.
I'm sorry.
I don't either. I don't buy into that either, Rick.
Lance can be rough on guys, but no, I don't believe they got away
His
from
players
him.
love him. I
don't believe they got away from him. I don't think
they played for him.
Look, injuries, gentlemen, injuries.
That hurts.
And again, I go back to offense. The offense was just incompetent from game one, and they couldn't get it turned around. And one of the drags on Guidry might have been, or complaints, was that he was a defensive coordinator and head coach. And we asked him, I know I did, many times, are you getting more involved in the offense? Are you going to be a defensive coordinator going forward?
Well, you know,
and he left it up to the guys.
that Monday meeting he thought was with the media to preview, where they go from here. It sounded like he was ready to make a lot of changes.
Yes. Oh, he was going to take a deep look at it. Yeah.
I mean, that tells me he had no idea the firing was coming.
Yeah, exactly right.
And it also leads me more on your side of they made a mistake.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Kerry Joseph named interim head coach.
Yes.
A bit of a surprise. A bit of a surprise. Now, a good name, good face when it comes to recruiting in a couple of weeks. Got to solidify the recruiting front.
No
but he is the interim coach to kind of corral the players and the forces here.
That's
We'll
going to
see.
be important these few
think,
weeks.
I think that they're naming Kerry Joseph to protect him, to keep him on the staff, whatever coach comes in. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
I would think him and probably another player also, Rick, because
maybe. All right,
I mean,
boy, a lot to, and we'll talk about this next weekend as the weeks go on, as we monitor.
It's not going
we
anywhere.
Monitor this coaching search for the McNeese State Cowboys. All right, we're going to take a pause. The girls are walk-ons coming up next, and we're going to get on the red-hot 10-1 New Orleans Saints when we return.
I knew that was
back to
coming.
walk-on. Yeah, it's coming.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Great food for the holidays right here at Walk-Ons. Mallory and Brittany, let's go with the fattening thing, and that would be a double burger. It has to be a double burger. What am I looking at?
Double bacon cheeseburger.
I knew it was double.
And I knew
bacon.
With bacon, American, and Thousand Island.
Hot on the menu, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Smells
more on the
pretty
healthy
good, too.
side. I don't see shrimp. Doggone, there's got to be shrimp on that salad.
Actually, no, it's a grilled chicken cob.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Mixed
Chicken's always good,
greens,
too.
Avocado, egg, tomato, blue cheese crumble, and ranch.
Everything.
Brittany, your best guess on the weight of the salad? At least 2 pounds?
Oh, definitely, especially
2
the
pounds of
bowl.
salad. Had to throw that in there. Hey, the girls know this, but if you get all caught up in the Hollywood chaos, settle down, come to Walk-Ons. You buy a $50 gift coupon, you're going to throw in an extra $10 for free.
That's a pretty good deal.
So that's $60.
That's
of
$60,
coupons
man.
for 50, right?
That's pretty
Can't
good.
beat it.
Take that
Mallory,
any
Brittany,
day.
We appreciate it. Great looking food.
Thanks,
right here
ladies.
for the
Great
holidays
job.
at Walk-Ons. Thank you, ladies. We'll check
right.
you later. All right, guys. Let's get on to the Saints. 10-1. They have won
The
10
Saints
in a
are
row.
boring.
Oh, they are they?
They're boring,
I mean, it's the same thing every week.
Okay.
Every week they just look. They play Thanksgiving Thursday, and they beat the Atlanta Falcons like a drum. Interesting, they play this Thursday against the Cowboys in Dallas. Interesting back-to-back Thursday
The team
games.
that also played.
Yeah, this will be again. This will
be a good
Thursday night prime time.
Yeah.
All the Dallas Cowboy fans and a surging Cowboy team. Dak
They
Prescott,
are. They are.
Well, for the
they're
Cowboys.
good at, but they're good at home.
Improving. All right, they're improving.
Improving.
But
Tough
they're good at
defense.
home, though. They're good at home.
Tough defense for the Cowboys.
I don't think any defense can.
Let's not jinx it now.
No, that's not. But they're good at home, though, Dallas.
Then 3 straight road games: Dallas, Tampa Bay, and then at Carolina. And for some goofy reason, the Saints have to play Carolina twice in 3 weeks.
But
Yes.
that happened with
I know.
the Falcons a couple
I don't know
of
why they
years
do
ago.
that. I don't know if that's
I
good
don't
or
know
bad.
either.
It could be good, could be bad. I don't know.
You never know.
This is a team that they're healthy and they're just
That's key,
offense
Rick.
And defense is just. I don't want to jinx it, doggone it. But
That's key, Rick. They have to stay healthy.
They're just clicking.
Well, it's, what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. The only fear is they peak too soon.
Yeah, well,
But
I don't
they
buy
keep
it.
playing
No,
just as
no,
well.
no. I'm not going to buy
or
into
better.
Key pickup is Eli Apple. He's getting better and better.
Sure.
All right, and they haven't even played Brandon Marshall yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. They might activate him this week.
Why
So
don't
who
they
knows?
activate us?
No,
Come on,
they don't
Scooter.
wanna
Come
do
on
that.
now.
I mean, what,
Look,
how many years have been telling you you could put 2 turtles and a dog out there and Drew Brees will throw them open?
Look.
He's that good.
I mean,
Look.
what?
Because he's that accurate.
I mean,
he's that accurate.
Last week's game was the epitome of Drew Brees. He threw 4 touchdown passes to four different
receivers.
undrafted free agents.
Yep,
Yes,
exactly.
that was
They
huge.
cover some guy, and he'll find somebody else. Give credit to Loomis and Payton for putting the pieces
They
together.
did.
All right. It doesn't matter. They can throw anybody
Oh,
out there.
it's not as
Brees will
easy as
throw
you
them
think.
open.
No.
Not as easy as you think. All right, gentlemen, before we get on the college football playoff picture, let's go back to LSU. An unsavory ending, a storyline to this.
That one's gonna
Kevin
hurt for a
Falk
while.
Has to come to the rescue of Steve Craigthorpe, who was punched in the chest. The man suffers from Parkinson's.
That's not even called
It
for.
hit his pacemaker.
And it's clear, newspaper reports, it's clearly, it is identified as the nephew of head coach Jimbo Fisher.
Okay.
Somehow got it into his brain that he's going to swing and take a punch at Craigthorpe.
I
and
had
Kevin
no
Falk came to
idea.
his rescue.
That's just stupid.
Kevin Falk did come to his rescue.
Yes, he did.
Let's do one thing here, though.
Go ahead.
Let's not put this on Jimbo.
No.
I'm
No.
sure that nephew will never be on the sideline
shouldn't be.
again.
He
Probably
shouldn't
won't be.
No.
But that's not a reflection of Jimbo.
No, it isn't. It's just
And
another
I would
unsavory
love
ending.
to know what would possess somebody, because I haven't seen Craigthorpe in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But the effect of this disease, he can't look real healthy.
No,
And you
not
go
at
up
all.
and get him.
Now, newspaper reports was the former LSU receiver coach, Craig, came over and was talking trash and started it. And Craigthorpe told him, says, well, you won the
Go
game,
back.
off.
Go back.
And that's
man.
how it
and
all
that's
started.
it. That's the way it should have been.
Win with grace.
Should have never
And
escalated like
lose
that.
with grace.
And
Come on.
That's what- I agree.
We're all adults here.
I talked with Damian Craig a few times when he was at LSU.
Yeah.
And I think, he was probably smarting a little bit. He didn't get retained when Orgeron got the job.
Yeah.
And, okay, a little playful trash talk, that's okay. For what I heard, it wasn't.
Okay.
Playful trash
It was
talk.
personal.
It's an emotional, it's 7 overtimes you're going to get emotion.
Yeah.
But did you notice the quick little ending with Orgeron and Jimbo Fisher?
It was real quick.
No, I didn't see
You need
that.
to
It was
look
real
at
quick.
It was Orgeron.
It was real quick.
Hey, good game. Turn
Wasn't a
around,
hug or nothing like that. It was
Fisher
real
kinda
quick.
like hanging there, like,
Yeah.
what? That's it?
Jimbo's a class guy.
No,
Jimbo's
but
a good guy.
and obviously emotional. Orgeron's probably got that 1 second in his head. I got to get to I want
He
to rail
was
about this.
obsessed with it.
It's going to bother him for a while. I promise you.
All right, boy, we're going to
gonna
be
bother him
talking
for a
about
while.
this game for another couple of weeks, no doubt. All right, college football playoffs. I got my 4. Is it
Everybody's
matched
got
over
their
your
4. I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Alabama, Clemson,
Yeah.
Notre Dame. You got to because they
Notre
haven't been
Dame's
beaten.
in. They
Yeah.
can't lose.
Yeah, and
They
in
are.
Georgia. But boy, Ohio
well-
State killing Michigan.
Georgia's got to keep
So-
that game close.
Yes, they do.
The
Yes, they
SEC
do.
championship.
Yes, they do, Scooter. But you know it's not going to be close.
Maybe.
Who do you
I don't-
put,
I don't
if
think
Georgia
so.
sinks, who do you put up? Is it Buckeyes or is it the Sooners of Oklahoma?
I would
Oklahoma.
say the Sooners.
Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on fire right now, Rick.
They're exciting, but
They
my
on.
gosh,
They
they can't defend
That little
anybody.
Tyler Murray.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Buckeyes
What do you do with
and
him?
Wolverines. That was look
I
for
know, man.
rivalry weekend. I mean, blowouts versus barn burners. There was
To
nothing.
me,
It was
Ohio
crazy.
State just has too many. You wouldn't call them bad losses, but losses.
Who,
where-
Ohio State?
Yeah.
Yeah, that make you
I mean,
shake your
bad
head.
wins.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay,
Yeah.
bad wins.
They're
They only got one
bad
loss.
wins. You know, like
Okay.
okay.
But Oklahoma has been in time and again these great
Oklahoma.
games, these 1-point games. They've had at least 3 of them, but
I
they
think.
win.
I think if LSU goes to a 10-win season, they'll probably play Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. That was my hope.
Yeah,
That was my
All
hope.
right, it's going to be fun. The college football playoff.
But that's not gonna
rankings,
happen,
I
Scooter.
know my 4.
I was thinking, you realize they can't do that.
I
Right.
want to see.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I want to see Oklahoma and Alabama. If Oklahoma's able to get to number 4.
If they're able to
That's
get
what
in,
would
I
like
think
to
that'll
see.
be a pretty good game, Rick.
Alabama
I
is
do.
just- All right.
I think that would
Locally,
be a good game.
Welsh, really our only regional team.
That's it.
Iota's in there too, and Leesville with a great win. But
That's it.
Welsh is in.
Welsh is in.
And they might go all the way to the Dome in high school. All right, guys. Great show. Happy holidays.
I'm gonna go home and take my medicine still.
You need to get medicated.
Yeah,
all right?
I need to
Glad
take
to
my
have you
medicine.
aboard. We'll see you next time, everybody.
All right.
Soundoff60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Soundoff60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.